Happy Wednesday! Yay! You're all here, and I'm all here. I might be only slightly here. It's unclear. But there's something going on here at the very least, and it is a wonderful Wednesday. So first things first, Plum, pat yourself in the back. You are the first viewer to redeem first this stream. So you get to be first. Congratulations, well done for also getting a word of the stream. It looks like you didn't panic at all because that is a spectacular word of the stream. I could try to express this. So the word of the stream, thanks to Plum, is going to be Jacques Mousteau. And the reason why I love that so much is that saying Jacques Cousteau, which is what the joke is based on. Congratulations, well done. I love saying that. Have I never said that to you before? I love saying that. Kate! Hello, Kate. I hope you are doing well. So the reason that I love Jacques Mousteau specifically, somewhat alive, well, that's better. There's a Princess Bride quote in this. He's only mostly dead. And that's not all dead. And so I'm glad you're somewhat alive, Kate. All alive would be preferable, but you're not even mostly dead. You're not even almost dead. You're somewhat alive. And that's probably better, you know, than Wesley was that one time. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. I'm going to be very distractible tonight, chat. I feel like my whole brain is just like a shattered illusion of intelligence right now, so we're going to have a great time this stream, I can already tell you. The reason that I enjoy Jacques Mousteau is because Jacques Cousteau has a pronunciation to it, and it's spelt nothing like this. But the ending of moosh and the way I'm supposed to go into the back half of the word means even though it is not spelt the same, it actually, like, phonetically is so much more of a syllable mesh than many sets of letters would be. And so, like, it's literally me saying Jacques Cousteau, but with an M. Jacques Mousteau. Like, what's the difference? I love it. It's so good. And so I'm extremely amused by this one, and we're gonna have a great time putting this on the board. Oh, really? What did you learn, Kate? Because I am very curious, and A Link to the Past is a game that I do quite enjoy. And so at some point, I'll probably play it again, even just for me personally. And I would love to know tips and tricks to make it better. You just eat them? Well, that does make certain things a little bit more... that would definitely skip certain puzzles. Hilarious. Really struggling with my chalkboard writing. I panic most weeks, but when I do not, I come up with a good one. To be fair, I actually quite like your panicked ones too. But I do enjoy when you don't panic. Mostly because I like it when friends don't panic. Jacques? Moosh? I got it. Mexico! Hello and welcome in. Thank you so much for doing Let's Go to the Lobby, aka Eat Everything. So I will have to hydrate, dehydrate, seasonal candy, and non-seasonal candy before I can even start playing the game. Voila! There you go, Plum. Thank you so much for that word of the stream. We fit. We fit. Okay. Hydrate, dehydrate, easy. Seasonal candy, easy. Non-seasonal candy, bit of a stretch. I have several. I just forgot to actually, like, reach and get the one that I was going to use today because I ran out of stocking candy. So let's be introduced, first of all, to my dehydrate because it is a fresh thing that I'm opening for the first time. That's a great point, Mexico. I have made this exception specifically for Plum multiple times. That occasionally the word of the stream is more like the general concept. I basically said if I could fit it on a chalkboard, I would allow it. I think there was once where I drew a picture. I don't remember who suggested that one, but someone suggested an image, and I did that too. Come on. I want this to open. 55 stream streak! SNK, that's crazy. Okay, okay. So, probably some of y'all have seen this. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge version, amazing. I have never had this on stream before. Because I didn't learn about this until, I mean, it's been about a year, but I learned about it once when I left the country, and I had never seen it in Canada before about a month ago, and then it appeared in my grocery store, and so that's really interesting. Feels a little bit like an expansion thing. But it's basically a teeny little rice bit, like a mini rice cake, that they've put flavor and icing on. And so it's even smaller than a crispy mini. Like they're very little. And more often than not, they lean sweet, so they taste like dessert, and they're probably terrible for me, but I do enjoy them sometimes. So this is the cinnamon swirl flavor, which is probably my current favorite flavor. And the reason that I bought this is that this is actually resealable. It's got like a little bit that you can pinch closed, and the last time I bought them, they went stale very quickly. And so I think like I previously had kind of mini packets the first time I tried them. But it's very interesting to actually experience having them like near my home. And so I was a little bit excited about that. So despite the fact that they lean sweet, they're still like a rice cake, so they wind up with a fair amount of salt on the flavor. Hence the reason they are my dehydrate today, and I'm actually somewhat excited about that. It's dangerous to go alone. Take a stone golem you can chest bump with. Everyone needs a chest bumping stone golem. And then my hydrate, which was originally 69 channel points. Nice. I am starting stream in a stream. So then I have seasonal candy and non-seasonal candy, thanks to Mexico. A moment. Oh, what a reach that was. I have so many things that are like almost accessible at my stream setup, but not perfectly. Hello, Salt Girl, the Morton Salt Girl. How are you? Happy Wednesday to you. So I have some jelly babies. Those are, as far as I'm aware, not related to any season, but if you are familiar with the fourth Doctor from Doctor Who, they're pretty related to him. I used to offer them to people all the time. And I feel like it's probably weird. Your grandma was obsessed with jelly babies? That's fun. It's kind of a weird experience for me to like a candy because I've seen it in a show that I really enjoyed, as opposed to like really because I'm like, I love the taste and texture. The taste and texture are fine. But like, jelly beans also exist, and so if Doctor Who didn't exist, and if the fourth Doctor didn't have this obsession with jelly babies, I'd probably always buy jelly beans instead. As a theater kid, hilarious. That's very funny, and I am quite amused. And then I do still have some lovely Easter eggs. Because we're still in Easter season, technically, kind of, maybe. It was very early in April, but we can hold that over to April. To the end of April. Poison Death Frog, thank you for redeeming Kaboom! Otherwise known as Dehydrate. I'm probably going to eat this first, and then I'll do a Dehydrate, but thank you very much for that. That's so cute. I kind of love the term naturally dramatic. I have to more salt because you gotta eat too. Yes. I kind of have, like, not that precise experience, but whenever I story tell, you guys have seen it because I sometimes talk to you guys about books, I sometimes talk to you guys about my day. I am very needlessly dramatic about how I story tell. And so I really hope that people know me well enough to know, like, when I'm in dramatic storytelling mode, like, hey, please take everything with a grain of salt. Eat everything, Kate. Eat it all. Oh, that's a lot of fun. Settle down, Beavis. Welcome in. Lovely to see you. Your calendar calibration? Did you forget it was Wednesday? Did I forget it was Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? I mean, you're welcome, I suppose. I'm pleased to provide this public service. Take everything with a kaboom, formerly known as dehydrate. Yes, that's very funny. Oh, also Poison Deathfrog. By the way, I wanted to say this when I saw you stop in. You were the last week, so please enjoy that. The cred of being the last from last time. Several times today you forgot it was Wednesday. I think several times yesterday I forgot it was Tuesday. And there was once today where I genuinely thought it was Thursday afternoon. You did get outlasted. That's a really good pun. Very well done. I'm pretty sure every day this week I've had to actually open my phone and pull the menu down to double check the day. That's too funny. Okay, we're gonna add some cinnamon swirl. Dehydrated. I actually feel so dehydrated after eating those. A jukebox musical? Okay. That's cool. That's a very deep topic. So, if I'm remembering the term correctly, a jukebox musical is typically a type of musical where the format is essentially that you've picked a band and those songs from that band are going to be the musical element of the jukebox musical, just kind of interspersed throughout. And if that is the case, or even if that is not the case, but I'm close, even if I'm in the ballpark somewhere, I am curious if you either have bands or songs or thoughts in mind for how you're going to add the musical bit. I enjoy Minesweeper. My brother enjoys it more. He very much on every computer we ever shared had to beat me at every level. Excuse me? No. That's not even a link. Okay, I'm copying that. I'm pasting that. That's not a link. I mean, it's not enough of a link. It's technically a link. Fine. Ban me, why don't you? There you go. That's the thing that Celadon Beavis sent before Celadon Beavis got banned. Sorry about that, Celadon Beavis. I knew what you were doing. I just didn't anything. The demo for Pinball. Yes. Pinball is spectacular. Ooh! Anti-jukebox musical. Just alt and indie. That's spectacular. I love that. RPG Minesweeper game. Dragon Sweeper. Okay. That sounds adorable. Now that I finally read the message that got you banned, I'm pretty sure Wolf Link is just having a bath at this point. So welcome in everybody. Happy Wednesday. I'm super glad to have you here. If you may have noticed, there is a Zelda game technically happening over here. To my left for me. This is fine. we're 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 Poe hunting, kind of, sort of, maybe. We have a bunch of them. We have 18 of them, to be precise. And so there's like some more that we could get, and I'm gonna go around and look for a few more. That's the plan. Because we're sort of avoiding moving forward in the story. I've heard that moving forward in the story gets me closer to spiders. And so I've, I'm just pretending that it doesn't. And everything is fine. And so we're going to find some post souls, probably, maybe. Just for full disclosure on this one, I don't find wandering around aimlessly to be particularly fun. And so I do have a walkthrough open for where the post souls are. Now, this is also particularly funny because, as with last week, you will probably notice I get very frustrated at the walkthrough because it will tell me, like, hey, go to this place. And I'm like, did you think I knew where that was? Do you think that's labeled on this terrible map somewhere? Like, do you think I know how to get there? And we'll just be lost the whole time and it'll be spectacular, but maybe we'll find a Poe here or there. Offensive as it includes the word grass. I am very excited to see what you come up with, Poison Darthrug. And yeah, that would be a lovely, Salt Girl. What's up with that one scene in Ghostbusters where it like almost turns into a musical? Kate, I have a confession. I have a strong confession for you. And I think you'll be upset with me. I've never seen Ghostbusters, so I don't know what scene you're talking about. Is this even the correct way to leave? Okay. You're not missing out. Amazing. That's very funny. Okay, so Kakariko Gorge supposedly has 2 post souls in it, which is a very interesting term because when I look at the map, I'm in Kakariko Village. That's Death Mountain. And then this is Hyrule Field. All of it is called Hyrule Field. It is all called Hyrule Field, which means I don't know where Kakariko Gorge is. This was my problem last time, and it will continue to be my problem. I think that maybe they changed the labels on the map when they upgraded the game to Wii U or something. And I think there must be some data that's lost somehow. Because genuinely, I do not understand why the entire map is just labeled Hyrule Field. As though I'm going to know anything about anything. And so I'm very lost all the time in this game. And I'm a little bit annoyed about it most of the time. Oh, before I forget, you don't recall anything in Ghostbusters that's remotely close to him. Ooh. Really close, but just doesn't. Okay, so this feels like no. Nope. Come on. Come on, Wolfie boy. So this does feel very Hyrule Field to me. I mean, maybe Kakariko Gorge is the one that has the giant bridge in it, but I don't know why. I don't know why. It's fine. Oh, I got distracted again. Wow, I'm very distractible. I said I would be. So just letting folks know now, because I feel like a bunch of regular viewers are already hanging out here, and that's important. There will be no stream next week. I will take it off the calendar when I'm done tonight, because I will be traveling next week on Wednesday, and I will not be able to stream because I won't be home. I don't know where I'm going. I hope it's the right place. Ugh. This is such a long trip. Probably should have gotten my horse, but she doesn't let me use her for transport when I'm a good boy, which is totally fair. It's her prerogative. She has to set boundaries. Okay. Where am I now? Well, wherever I am, it's daylight, which is extremely unfortunate. And there's a postman. Wait, what? I'm not allowed to transform where anyone... Oh, hold on. I need to be very clear here. I am not permitted to transform where anyone can see me because Minda says it will terrify the humans. He could see me enough to scream my name and know it was me, despite me being a wolf. If he can scream for me, clearly he isn't human. See, that is the point that I was going for. Thank you very much for picking up on it. Clearly not part of the, like, normal culture. Some kind of fake creature or, like, something going on here. Inhumanly fast. Logical conclusion, mailman isn't human. This is precisely what I was going for. Midna didn't even attempt to see Sonic. Sonic the Postman. Ooh, cryptid. I like some sort of cryptid. You can kind of see it in the face a little bit. And I still love the insistence on calling me Mr. Lady QEW. Telma. Okay. And he's already gone. Well. Wolf, please. Because I would like to be a good boy. Okay. So, let's assume... no. We are not participating in whatever stupidity those archers on boars are doing. We're not doing it. I love how they just stop. So I do think that this is hopefully Kakariko Gorge. If it's not, I'm confused about the existence of a gorge. Just northwest of the bridge, found on a higher ledge near a tree. Okay. So possibly up on one of those ledges. We'll have to wait for nighttime to check. Because I'm still not certain I'm in the right place. Have I mentioned that I get really annoyed at the fact that it just doesn't label anything ever? I would love it if it were labeled. And then at the south end of the gorge, apparently there's a cavern that I have not found. So maybe in theory we should look for the cavern. What does the south end of the gorge mean? Okay, well, these dolts and their arrows are going to be extremely annoying. And we're just gonna go. Probably. So, like, this is the south end of the gorge, right? Ow! Dude. Ugh! These guys suck. I don't like them. So this is kind of an exit point. Oop. There are far too many enemies. Whoop! Ah! Oh good, I made the boar run away. What does it think the south end of the gorge is? Gorillas are fake. Watch it if it's on or with friends, but it's not really a thing that you have to see. Okay, fair enough. I am not convinced that I'm in the right place. Chat, this is gonna take a really long time if I just don't have the ability to like understand where on earth I am. Like, there isn't anything on the south end of this. And I know that's like the Bridge of Eldon or some jazz. Where is Kakariko Gorge in this silly game? Oh my gosh, the entire thing is the gorge. Ugh! Literally quit it. I am so very done. Dude, that was extremely dramatic of you. Ugh, there's stuff. I am unconvinced. I am unconvinced that I know where I'm going. So something weird is happening, which is odd because none of my metrics say that there are weird things happening. Well, that's even worse because then I can't fix it. I'm not even convinced I'm in the right area right now. A multi-dollar company. Well, darn. If there's something weird going on with your stream, I'm sorry, folks. I don't think that this is the right area. I don't think this is where I'm supposed to be. And that sucks. Yeah, well. So, as far as I can tell on my end of things, all of my metrics look the same way they have all stream. So if there is something weird happening, I'm very sorry. I am not technically savvy enough to figure it out. Especially given that I kind of think it's probably... And we're back? Oh, good. Well, I changed nothing. So that's good. I love it when changing nothing fixes it. Yay! I'm a little bit sad because the sun's going down and I'm not actually near where I need to be, I think. Because this is a gorge, but I don't think it's the right gorge. Does Midna have portal names? Bridge of Eldon, Death Mountain, Kakariko Village. Changing nothing and hoping it works is great. I love it when it works. That's how I troubleshoot all technology, obviously. Okay, so where am I now? Okay, so that may or may not be the cavern that I'm looking for. I think I've caught this bug before. Have I caught this bug before? Ah, this is a pill bug. Yeah, I caught a pill bug already. Oh, thank you for the heart. That's extremely kind of you. So I love it when changing nothing fixes it. Yay. Lady QEW for President 2026. Listen, tell me where I'm wrong. Northwest of the bridge, found on a higher ledge near a tree. So, northwest of the bridge, found on a higher ledge near a tree. I just, like, do you understand why this walkthrough is making me so angry? What is northwest of the bridge? Is that the higher ledge near a tree? Is that the higher ledge near a tree? What ledge near a tree? You think that's northwest of this bridge? Chat, I'm now gonna argue with their definition of north. Oh no. Okay, get out of my way. I am busy. Get out of my way. I am busy. That looked really cool, but I wasn't doing a very good job of fighting him. I need to go this way. Like, I'm aware of you. I've just decided you don't matter to me. Is kind of spectacular. Okay, we're fighting a Poe and something else at the same time, which is not gonna work for me. It's super not gonna work for me. Ow. Close to let me have Postal. Eldritch Horror Intimidation vibes. I'm aware of you, you just don't matter to me. Okay, so I got one of them, which is, I suppose, fine. And I wonder if that's the cavern that I'm looking for. Hey, if I eat you, will you give me your heart, please? How many times are we gonna have to attack you? This is a lot. But he is just not dying. Thanks. And he didn't give me his heart. So rude. So rude. What was the context for that quote, Poison Darth Frog? I don't really remember it. Which is probably a bad thing to say. Probably. I might need bombs. I can't fear something I can't understand because I don't know what makes it scary. Valid. Big M Bison energy. for you it was the most important day of your life, but for me it was Tuesday. Yeah. That's always really interesting energy. Okay, so I've been here. And so if this is the cavern, then that's okay. Because I remember... Oh, so I actually remember a couple of things. This is the cavern where we learned the correct way to kill specific enemies. But that does mean that those specific enemies do exist. I don't know if y'all saw the glowing green eyes, but I saw the glowing green eyes. I don't know if that's part of the way that I need to go. I didn't think so, because I've explored... So if you look at the minimap in the bottom corner that Lady Kiwi Wilt is currently glaring at, you can see that I've come to the edges of a lot of the spots in this cavern, except for 2. And one of them I remember had a Poe. And so hopefully... Small panic attack. And so hopefully we don't actually have to fight anything unpleasant. Jeez. Except knowing it exists is making me panic at shadows. That was a slime, not what I thought it was. Okay, so that's not the part that went unexplored. So I have to go back the other way, apparently. Ugh. Toby, thank you very much for deeming Cynthia Sloth showing. For anyone who has not met her before, Cynthia Sloth is my weighted stuffed animal. She is there for my anxiety. One moment, please. Friends, kindly be introduced to Cynthia. I think this is Toby's way of recognizing that I'm freaking out a little bit right now, and that maybe having myself a bit of a companion might assist. Maybe. So I'm just gonna do some snuggling with her. Just in case. Episode 16 or 17, I was trying to get somewhere quickly, and enemies spawned around me and I just kept going. That's spectacular. I'm aware of you. I just don't care. That's funny. Have you met Cynthia before, Beavis? I don't ever remember who's been here. But it's actually quite delightful. Like, it's a very useful tool. Okay, so we need to find wherever the shaky Poe was. I remember the shaky Poe. I don't care about you. We're going this way. Okay, so the tricky thing is, I'm pretty sure where there are spider webs, there are spiders. Maybe not immediately, but at some point. Have yourself a lovely night, Plum. Thank you so much for stopping in. Thank you for the inspiration that is Jacques Moucheau. And I hope you have yourself a wonderful night. Burn all the spiders. Yep. I already did this cavern, chat. I already did it. I don't want more webs. I'm frightened. Okay, let me see where I have to go. All the way around and then up to that spot. I just need to catch them as a concept earlier enough that I can use the bomb arrows. Don't fight anyone you don't have to. Settle down, Dad. Beavis, that is advice that I don't know if you remember. I took so hard when I played Zelda 2 Adventure of Link. For anyone who didn't get to see that, it was a really interesting experience. Very, very different sort of Zelda game, obviously. I spent like 6 streams in a row just grinding by opening the same combat screen and killing Octoroks until I was level 9 and everything. And then I realized I didn't have to fight anything I didn't want to again. And so if I could jump over it, boy, howdy did I ever jump over it and just leave. Like, I'm so glad it's just bats so far, but like, there will be one. Oh, that was a Tektite. Unexpected. Not actually a spider. I know there are spiders in this cavern somewhere. Just not yet. And there's another. Oops. And it beat me. Hello? I'm pressing the button to target. And we're just having none of that. Okay, so this is important. I do think I need to go this way. Have I gone this way before? What am I hearing? Whatever it is, I promise I don't want to be hearing it. I really would like the camera to be cooperating with me. But I guess the camera's having none of that. I swear I remember finding a Poe in this and not recognizing it because the lantern's visible. Yep, there is one. I see it. Is that the way I need to go? Sorry. Yes, that is the way I need to go, which means I think I need to burn the web first. I'm trying so hard not to look right now. Jeez! Hello? Can you not, actually? Can you not? I'm really busy trying to, like, fight something else. Jeez. Okay, we're not looking right now, chat. This is part of the problem. We're not looking. We're just gonna light that on fire. We're gonna run back here. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Too high. Maybe? 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 What do tektites classify as? Insects, but only have 4 limbs. This is a really good point. Yeah, they really do read as bug, but they only have 4 legs. They're wallabies. I don't know. Oh, that wasn't even the way I needed to go. That's the way I need to go. Okay, that's fine. This is fine, right? Oh, there's some bats. This does not— oh, I see it. This does not bode well for the fact that, like, there are things that are gonna be happening eventually, chat. And I'm not convinced I'm gonna survive them. Hey, look. Ow! Why do they get me sometimes and not other times? Everything in Australia is secretly a giant spider. I don't think that's a secret, Poison Dart Frog. Flails distractingly because spiders. There's so many of them. I don't like it. Don't be a human again for now, please. Okay. So now I have explored the cavern. And since I've explored the cavern, that means I can leave now, right? I don't have to do anything else. I got those 2 Poes. Great, that means I can go to Farron Woods now. Lovely. Can I warp out of a cavern? I cannot warp out of a cavern. Chat, how sad. Okay, so now we need to run back without looking behind us or making a wrong turn that accidentally leads us to further spiders. Because I'm finished now. Thanks. Thanks. I've seen enough spiders. I was talking about this with Plum, I think, a little while ago. Further Spiders is actually a great band name. Okay, that's valid. I was talking about this with Plum earlier. I really hope that they remake Twilight Princess for like the Switch 2 or something, and they add a spec of like toggle spiders off to make them look silly, because this game probably would be a better play experience for me overall. Like, I would enjoy the rest of the game more as well if I didn't have to like compensate for my emotional capacity of surviving these dumb spiders. Do I need Sky to warp? That's interesting lore. It is interesting lore, Poison Darthrug, and the answer is yes, we do need Sky to warp. Isn't that fascinating? Or at least that could be. What we need, I think, from like a mechanics perspective, is we need to be in the overworld. And I'm not actually sure that the overworld has the commonality of there is Sky, but I don't currently remember any part of it that doesn't have Sky. That's why the Transformers. You're so funny. Did I even know that was a Transformers character? So I'm supposed to go to Farron Woods now, I believe. The walkthrough is extremely unhelpful. That's Orden Spring. That's not quite what I wanted. North Farron Woods, South Farron Woods. Apparently north. Every name is a Transformers character. Or rather, any combination of words. Is it a portmanteau? If so, then. Rail Racer, Sky Warp, Thundercracker? That's the one that I would call out if I believed you had the capacity to lie to me about this, but I do not believe you have the capacity to lie to me about this, which means there must actually be a Transformer named Thundercracker, which is genuinely the most ridiculous thing. That is too funny. Best. That's also too funny. Okay, so head east back to the area with the purple fog. Okay, that's this way. That's fair. Bridge, Midna jumps. To get to the south. To get to the southeast part of the map from here, walk to the east end of the map and use Midna, because we're trying to get to the massive tree. That is what I remember. I remember we're trying to get to the massive tree. You know one I'd believe even less. Randy? Just Randy? Oh look, I see the postal. Ow. I'm not very good at understanding the distance on that screen. Perfection. So I got the Farron Woods one. Which means now we are down to Hyrule Field postals, apparently. South Hyrule Field in the area just outside of Farron Woods. Okay, that's nice. Can I warp there? So that's Hyrule Field. Maybe if... Oh, hold on. Poe your boat. I don't know. I think Panic makes some of the funniest comments in this stream, apparently. So we're gonna go this way. Ooh, I think this is spring water. Hold on. Yes. This is important because I really like getting my health back. I'm too afeared of dying. The great doom. Voila. Okay. Feeling better now. And I think... if I happen to pass by the house of that guy who sold me the lantern originally, yes. There is a rock I need to blow up that I keep forgetting about. Will you let me change? Great. So, all things considered, I don't actually need that. Whee! Well, that is an obvious dig spot. What is this? What is this? I don't know how I feel about this. Huh. Interesting. Well, that was a very interesting view. This is not the first time I've seen something like this, but I don't remember what I'm supposed to do with it, if anything. I don't seem to have any interaction with it. Well then, that's suspicious because that makes me feel like later in the game, that's gonna matter.
Angry_03 rated my stream with 5 views.
Angel! Angry Angel Raid! Welcome in, Angry Angel. Welcome in, everybody from Angel's stream. Hello, Salty Ginger. Hello, Akina. It's me! It's you! Welcome in, everybody. It's so wonderful to see you. Happy Wednesday. That is true. A 3-stream streak. Clearly. Clearly, Ginger. Do not constrain yourself. How are you, Angel? How is your stream? I hope it went well. Animal Crossing New Horizons? Oh, that's lovely. Is that because Pokopia made you nostalgic for it? Because it's sure making me nostalgic for Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Hello! Welcome in, Ginger! Thank you for that redemption! I hope you're having a wonderful evening!
I was trying to blow out my mic less. I don't think it worked, but I tried. asked very nicely. Oh, that's sweet. I loved that game. I was obsessed with that game for like 2 years, it felt. And now that I have a Switch 2, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to remake my island and restart from scratch, which will probably cause me to be obsessed again. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that's the second time I've seen a creepy owl statue, which means at some point in the game, I'm probably going to be asked to find 3 of them. That is how I feel. Do it! Join us! Seems like a pretty cool club. It's such a spectacular game. And from what I hear from Plum, you have a toad that is named Jacques Cousteau on your island, possibly, which was inspiration for Jacques Mousteau being word of the stream. Ignore all the votes put in the poll. Yes, obviously ignore those. Clearly, you asked nicely. That was the important part. Anyways, thank you so much for stopping in and stopping by, Angel. I love seeing you. I'm so happy that you have popped in. For anyone who hasn't met her before, this is Cynthia Sloth. She is my weighted stuffed animal. She's waving at you. And I have her because my wonderful chatter Toby redeemed for me to have her on my arm, but the reason for that was spiders. So just please do be aware that there are sometimes spiders in this game, and they are a little bit frighteningly accurate, and I hate them. And I do want to blow them all up, but I also don't want to look at them or see them or know that they exist at all. So I'm hoping I won't run into any more, because what we're actually doing right now is we're hunting for Poes. I'm just really bad at it, so I'm using a walkthrough. They're so awful. They're so awful. I need this game to have a toggle that just says, "No spiders, please make them look silly." That's exactly what I want it to say, by the way. Smashes trees to the side. That's quite a roll. That's quite a roll, Angel. Well, thank you so much again for the raid and for popping in and stomp running away. Enjoy your lurk and look after yourself in your post-stream time. Okay, so the area just outside Farid Woods. I'm trying to use a walkthrough to tell me where to find these Poes, but they keep using words to describe where I'm supposed to look, and it's so silly. This game does have Poes in different area codes, you're right, Beavis. Please tell me I've successfully made my way to South Hyrule Field, otherwise I'm gonna riot. It's the thing, like Salty Ginger, Skulltulas are a very normal enemy in the three-dimensional Legend of Zelda games. Like, we met them in Ocarina of Time. You know what? I know what they are, and they freaked me out a little bit in Ocarina of Time, but at least they just kind of looked stupid and boxy and like, sure. But then we get to this game, and like dungeon number one, I walk in and I see one and I had a full panic attack, like on stream. I left the room. I was like, what do you mean? That's what a Skulltula looks like. This is supposed to be a dumb, easy one-hit enemy. What do you mean I am in the first dungeon and you are giving me that? Because it's not about them being hard to kill. It's about the fact that now I have to figure out how to kill something without looking at my game. And that's a lot trickier than you might expect. Oof. Oof. I didn't want to know that that was a thing. I very firmly still do not want to know that that's a thing. Never heard of that before and will never hear of that again. That is erased from my memory. Follow the pathway directly ahead. Sorry. Cross the wooden bridge. The Poe soul will be floating on a higher ledge on the right. Okay. So we have literally all day to get there because we need it to be nighttime. Oop. Lovely. You should run away from me. Good. Stay away. So cross the bridge. And then higher ledge on the right. Okay, so it's probably that. Oh, the bird has noticed me. So is this guy, which is a little bit weird. Come on. Ah, come on. Let me get the finish move. You're gonna show it. Anyways. So I personally think that this is the higher ledge to the right that they are discussing. Which means it's time to be a wolf boy. Oh. There are too many enemies in this game. A heart that I don't need because my health is actually full right now for a change. We just need the sun to go down. Okay, and so then after this one, the Great Bridge of Hylia portion. Wait, is the Great Bridge of Hylia the one that goes over the lake? Or is it the big Elden Bridge one? Which one is the Great Bridge of Hylia? I'm not gonna have to look this up. This is what I mean when I say I've been finding this walkthrough very unhelpful. Because, like, you would think that should be unhelpful. So maybe I'm actually finding the game unhelpful. I don't know where the unhelpfulness is coming from. But, like, the game was like, okay, go to the Great Bridge of Hylia. And chat, this is my map. It says Hyrule Field. It continues to say Hyrule Field no matter where I aim it. And now it's saying Faron Woods, which is super helpful. It's not even like, so if I back up, go here. Okay, this is Lake Hylia. What is that bridge called? I don't know. That's Hyrule Field. That's also Hyrule Field. That's a river. Great. That's more Hyrule Field. Like, I think there's names that are not displayed or something. And so this is Hyrule Field. And this is more Hyrule Field. This is Death Mountain. It's lovely. But this is still more Hyrule Field. So, like, when a walkthrough says, hey, go to the Great Bridge of Hylia, I go, which bridge is that? I don't know, because the bridges are not labeled on these maps. It's not like they have names. If I walk up to a bridge, it doesn't tell me what it's called. There aren't things that talk to you in this game. And so, like, I think this is Bridge of Elden, which means I think that this is probably the Great Bridge of Hylia. It would make sense. It's over Lake Hylia. But, like, it's not labeled. And so I was having trouble because I was told to go to Kakariko Gorge. And I don't know if you know this, but Kakariko Gorge kind of runs everywhere. And so, like, what did you think Kakariko Gorge was? And I'm just really struggling with that aspect of this because it means even when I'm having trouble with a portion of the game, I'm also finding it hard to take instructions from someone else who knows how to play this game better than I do, because it just isn't, I hear, hi other doggies. Oh, I thought we were playing. Okay. It said go over bridge. It said higher ledge on the right. I see a bug, but I don't see a Poe. What's the higher ledge on the right? Where does it want me to go? Is this the higher ledge on the right? It can't be. What? I can see the lantern. What do you mean? Look at this description. The higher ledge on the right. Sure, okay. Why not? I get it, but I get it almost exclusively in hindsight and not because I actually understood what to do. Yes, yes, you are right. That was also something that was very difficult. I was trying to learn specific sword skills, and I looked up 3 different walkthroughs, and those walkthroughs like gave me specific button inputs that I was supposed to use in order to do the sword skill, and none of them actually described accurately what I had to do for the button inputs. And so, like, maybe I just need better walkthroughs. But I found 3 Jacques Coupeau. Yes. That's so good. And it's not that they're wrong. It's just that I have to do most of the figuring out myself anyways. So I think the Great Bridge of Hylia is in this direction. And I think Bone Boy. Hello, boy. Hello, boy. Oh, I like that. I like that I don't have to kill them. This is very similar to that quote that you found earlier, Poison Darth Frog. I don't want to hurt the bone boys. They seem like such good boys. You've made a list. You're ready now. You really should have made a list sooner. Poison Darth Frog, do you have a list of Poe-based puns? Because that sounds delightful. South of the main bridge is a smaller wooden bridge. Yes, that is, I believe. Oh, interesting. We have ourselves some enemies. Making my life a little bit annoying. Okay, so this is the small wooden bridge. Just south, if you look up, there's a number of boulders. Great. See, this is actually accurately describing. We equip bow. We equip bombs onto the bow. And then we need to break some stuff. Apparently. Oh, claw shot targets. Okay. Well, I do have the claw shot now. Not what I was expecting to reveal. Ooh, I see the Poso. I see. You were trusting your brain to be creative on demand, and it was too high of an expectation after the work you've been doing. That is entirely and completely valid. What? Is that a distance thing? Thank you. We let go. We need to be a wolf now. Please and thank you. And we need to get a little bit away. Lovely. This might be a deep cut. Not as deep as me literally ripping the soul out of this here Poe. So go for it. The face of Poe! Yes! I mean, I don't think that's a deep cut. I have already referenced Doctor Who in this stream. Now, granted, I referenced Classic Who, and that's technically a reference to Modern Who. And so perhaps it would have been lost. However, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's a beautiful reference. The face of Poe is delightful. Next. So that should have been Poe 23 out of a possible 29 that I can get right now. I am literally just gonna follow its directions. It's telling me to warp over to Castletown and then go south. Oh, so... Okay. Plug your ears if you do not want spoilers for modern Doctor Who, and or the spin-off of Torchwood. These are not new. So, the face of Poe, I believe, was not referenced any later than the first David Tennant era in Modern Who. Primarily, it was a Christopher Eccleston thing. And part of the reason that it was primarily a Christopher Eccleston thing is that in the show, in canon lore, it was revealed that the face of Poe is one of the nicknames of Captain Jack Harkness. And Captain Jack Harkness is the main character of the spin-off of Torchwood. And so the face of Poe stopped being interesting as, sorry, the spin-off Torchwood, not a spin-off of Torchwood. My apologies, I added an extra word that the sentence didn't need. And so, canonically, the face of Poe ceased being interesting when it was revealed to be Captain Jack, because Captain Jack is a much more interesting character, and so we no longer need to see the future of Captain Jack. But you make a really good point that part of the reason that the face of Poe was such an interesting character to begin with is it pseudo implied, or I think it might have been canon, that Jack Harkness was also immortal in some way, shape, or form. And so why has the Doctor not run into Captain Jack again? Because I do think it's not any later than Tennant era, because the spin-off happened, and when the spin-off happened and they had Torchwood, they stopped telling the story of Captain Jack in the Doctor Who part. Anyway, I said for ages that I thought they should bring back the Rani as a recurring villain, and so I'm a little bit disappointed that they did bring her back and then just killed her really quickly. She was a spectacular villain. Okay, where am I going? The warp. The Castletown warp. That's the Castletown warp. Yes, I would like to warp to Castletown. Travel south. Yes, this is the one. I remember this one. I remember finding this Poe and being like, I don't know what to do. It says travel south. Darling. Ooh, the glowing eyes. Excuse me. I beg your pardon. Oh, hello. Voila. We got another post. We don't really need to care about those guys, right? We're fine. We're fine to just leave. From the area of Hyrule Field just west of Castletown, which better be where I am, travel northward to North Hyrule Field. Gotcha. Wait, hold on. Is that a butterfly? Have I caught a butterfly before? Someone is attempting to shoot at me, and I am catching a butterfly. Sir. Quid pro quo. Yes. Absolutely. I'm on fire. Chat, I'm stopping, dropping, and rolling, and the fire's not going out. I feel lied to. I do love these names. Poison Dark Frog, that was spectacular work. Oh no, it's daylight. I don't want it to be daylight. I need it to be nighttime. the north, there is a trio of trees. And I'm supposed to dig. Sorry, what enemy is this? Huh, I've never seen a lizard outside of the dungeon. Neat. Okay.
What you need.
Aha! So this is probably the trio of trees. There's an underground cavern, apparently, which makes me wonder if the Poes will still exist even though it's daylight? Yep, they still exist even though it's daylight. I am, however, surrounded. So, if you'll pardon me briefly. I need to be able to actually fight Poes. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Wolf me, please. I just need space. Uh-oh. Ouch. I need space to actually successfully fight him. I think I am simultaneously getting hurt and cleaving his soul, which is... It's not amusing anymore. Thank you. Alright, that's 2. Human me again, please. Because, well, I do love being a good boy. The Maripo brothers. I mean, it's great that this is money, but is this game, like, anti-health as a concept? So rude. Okay, so apparently in this part of the field, there is a Poe soul floating around on a bridge in the middle of the area. Oh, yes, okay. Understood. I do know where the bridge is. Whoops. Okay. I'm gonna need you to leave me alone, because there is a golden bug here. And I would really like to catch the golden bug. But I'm being attacked by a murder of crows. Literally. Okay, you see the bug. May I have? It's a stag beetle! Oh, I already caught him. Okay. Oops. I really like that heart. Please and thank you. This is fine. I should probably disconnect those so that I don't accidentally use a bunch of bombs. I wasn't prepared for 2 at once! I mean, neither was I. This is very interesting. I really don't remember seeing these guys outside of a dungeon. And so that is genuinely fascinating. And thanks for the money, I suppose. Well, now we need it to be nighttime. Okay, so then after this Poe soul, we have to go into Castletown because we're going to need to exit towards the east to find one, and then exit towards the south, cross the bridge, and turn right. And those are the rest of the Poe souls of like what I can currently get. So then we should be able to redeem the quest. That means I should have 27, right? I only have 26. Why do I only have 26? Barren Woods, Great Bridge of Hylia, the ruins. Oh, because I haven't fought this one yet. I'm fighting 27. Whoopsies. 27, 28, 29. So there's this one, there's one to the east, and there's one to the south in a little bit. So that's what we're trying to find, and then we can go redeem the quest. Obviously. So there's more to get eventually, but those are, according to my walkthrough, those are the only ones that are accessible currently to me with the skills that I have in-game right now. Because basically we couldn't fight Poes until we could be a wolf whenever we wanted to be a wolf. And so this is the earliest you can collect any Poe souls. And so at the point in the game when you can collect Poe souls at all, you can go everywhere and get 29 of them, but you can't get all of them. I don't know how many there are in total. The quest, I think, only required me to get 20. I think was what he said. There was like a ghost. When we were going through Castletown, there was a ghost that had a cat. I remember that because he's the guy who lives in the best house in town because it's the house where I can pick up the cats. Yes, that does not look dangerous at all. I'm assuming I can go into Castletown, right? Just because the castle's been surrounded by Twilight. So basically what it comes down to is there are more to get eventually, but there aren't any more to get immediately. Ooh, that was pretty. And a little bit creepy. Just a reminder for anyone who is around at this point in the stream and might have missed the announcement, I will not be streaming next week. I have a business trip, and so I will not be available or home to stream on Wednesday night next week. So I'm just gonna skip the week, and I will see y'all on the 29th, I think is the next one. I will see y'all then, but we will not be Poe hunting. We will unfortunately have to continue to attempt to progress the story, which is a little bit scary because there are spiders in our future. Not immediately in our future, but definitely in our future. There is a point at which we have to go back into the Sacred Grove again. When we do that, I have been informed that there is a rather spider-heavy section that includes a spider boss. And the jury is out on this one because I am going to try it, but that might be when I quit the game. And if that makes me quit the game, I will not be coming back. So I'm hopeful that it's not that bad. Is it almost nighttime? It's a little bit hard to tell because it's thundering. Nope. It's still very sunny when it's not thundering. I like how bored Midna is. Because, like, girl, same? How are my bugs? Okay, so I'm missing the other butterfly and I'm missing the other snail. And then there's only one more type of bug. That's very exciting. Weather is weird in Hyrule. This seems consistent across every game. That's fair. I think the problem is the weather systems are heavily impacted by serious magic, And the settings of most Zelda games require that serious magic be, like, currently in practice. And so, for example, that thunderstorm really seemed connected to whatever that is. And whatever that is the reason that we have a game. Am I accidentally in a part of the game where the time doesn't change? No, that sun's moving, right? Yes. Perfect. Control weather is an 8th level spell. That a high level caster. Well, if you thought Ganon was anything other than a super high, basically, actually, Celadon Beavis, you make a great point, because in D&D terms, what is the Triforce other than a free cast of Wish? And so basically, everybody competing for the Triforce has to be able to cast 9th level spells by the time they actually get to the final combat. And Ganon kind of starts the game ready to do that, and so I am not shocked that he has daily 8th level spells to throw around. That's a very pretty sunset. I really like the graphics and how it gets so wibbly. It's an artifact that allows the attuned user to cast Wish once. Well, yes. I guess that's fair. Because Link is never really going to be a 9th level caster, though I guess Ganon could be. This is the thing. But Link's absolutely some kind of warrior class. Haha! Hello. I'm gonna need you to come down to my level a little bit better than you are currently. Thank you. The 3 Triforce pieces of tunable items. They do seem to have an individual impact. So I need to exit Castletown to the east and to the south. Probably the quickest way to do that is to warp back there. Willem Dafoe. Well, that's kind of the point, Poison Darth Frog. I don't know if it's said directly or if it's just implied. But it is like the wish of your heart. That is what activates the Triforce. So there's 2 more. The east and the south and a little bit. Each having a minimum stat score requirement in strength, intelligence, or wisdom. Yes, I fully agree with this. Not only do I fully agree with this, I unfortunately am quite close to accidentally writing a one-shot that's basically just set in the Legend of Zelda universe. I'm making everybody cry. I'm making that guy scared. East. Bridge Postal. I actually remember this guy. I remember seeing him before I could fight him. It's so fluffy! Correct. That's clearly what they're saying, Poison Darth Frog. Oh no! Oh no, Beavis, you'll have to start another one. Okay, Castletown to the south, cross the bridge. Hold on, there's a puppy. Aww, this poor puppy. He hates stone pavements. He likes to pick things up. What a wonderful puppy. Good boy. Grumpy old Poe who lives under the bridge. Why are you running towards me, lady? Hi, kitties. This is the best place. Yes, don't worry. I know. I will help Jovani eventually, I suppose. Mostly because the cat wants me to. They are obsessed with how fluffy I am. Hey, I want to wrap this up before I start college back up so I don't have to split my time. Lol. I wanted to have it done in December and I just finished it. Beavis! That is spectacular. Oh, right, this guy. I remember this one. Come on. What is your angle? Okay. I'll take it. Why not? So what you're saying is in 2 weeks you could start a new homebrew campaign. That's based on the Legend of Zelda universe. Wherein the characters need to collect the Triforce. But you could call it something different. David Poe! Oh, that one's good. Oh, fair enough. I guess that is reasonable. Oh my gosh, look at them playing with the ball. So Mr. Gangle might be his cat? Okay. This is where we do. Your sister, not the sister with the cats, this is important, has a small dog with long nails, and when she runs across a hardwood floor, it sounds like she's tap dancing. That's adorable. Okay, yep, we made it back to the treasure hoard room. Hey dude, I found some souls, and also, can you let your cat hang out with the other cats, please? Yes, this is all thanks to me. Sick. I don't know what this does. A cave on the western edge of the Gerudo Desert. Alright. 60? Okay, Poison Darth Frog. I believe there might be 60 ghosts. We have 31 left to go, so good luck? At least I have a detection lantern now. Great Fairy's Tears, is that his girlfriend? Hello, meowing cat?
Say, you're the one who fixed my master, right? I owe you. My name's Gengle. I'm the leader of the cats outside. Well, well, now that I can move, maybe I should go outside and breathe some fresh air.
Yes, you should. I adore you, Gengle. You are too cute. You could do 31 names. No promises they'll be good. I'm sure you'll get a few laughs out of me. Oh my goodness, those cats ran so fast. Where is the bar? Great question. No, he was just frozen in gold. It's fine. I love them. I just want to live here forever. Chad, I just want to live here forever. There's a ball. I can play with it. Look at me go. I can play with it too. Okay, no, but for real. So that was Poe Collection the First. I think there's probably a couple more side quests that I may or may not look into before continuing the story. But we're gonna find it tricky to avoid continuing the story any further. So we probably are going to get back on that. At least maybe. I don't know. It depends. I'll look into a few things. We could just sit here and play with the cats on the 29th. That seems very probable. So I don't know if you noticed it, but I'm actually fairly tired tonight. And that feels like it is catching up to me. So given that I successfully caught all the Poes and I've traded in the quest, I know it's a little bit early, but I am probably gonna end stream now and rest a little bit because I am quite sleepy. And I have a lot to do over the next few days. So sorry about that. I hope it's okay. It's just like 20 minutes or so. Is K Menzel available for spider extermination stream? Poison Deathfrog, that is a spectacular question. And here's the thing. I did actually ask K Menzel, and K Menzel is also not a huge fan of spiders, and also not a huge fan of Zelda games. Which means I'm not sure. That doesn't seem like I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. You volunteer for spider extermination stream? This is code for please tell me if that's real because I probably would accept. Anyways, um or was that you were volunteering for playing with the cats for a whole stream because that is also Listen, I'm going to try it and when I inevitably fail, I will let you know. We'll see. We'll see. It's not an immediate thing. There is some side questing, and I think I have to go through at least one more area before I get back to it. So we shall see. But oh, you'll play with cats while I fight spiders if that's what I need of you. Poison Deathfrog, yes. That would be extremely helpful to know that while I am fighting spiders, it is for the good of humankind that you might play with cats while I do so. This is the most important thing for me to know. Okay. I'm so tired I'm forgetting my sign-offs. So I am leaving 20 minutes early. Just a reminder that next week there will be no stream. I'm very sorry about that. I mean, I'm not very sorry about that. I'm fine with it. And I hope you're fine with it too. But I will miss you guys for the time that I am away. And I will be back. Ooh, that's cute. I will be back in 2 weeks' time, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So same time, same place, just 2 weeks from now instead of 1 week from now. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being wonderful. I will do my best. I will do my best to get some rest. So I see we have visited Palagen before. I know them through Plum. And they are playing New Horizons. And since Angel was playing it, since I'm just in the mood for it, we're gonna go. We'll miss everyone. We're gonna go hang out with Jen on their island because I think that may be fun. Wow, even in town, time passes. Well, good news is we'll have some cats to play with the next time we come back, and then we'll have some story to keep going. So thank you guys for hanging in there. Thank you for your patience while I just argued with the directions that I was being given. And I hope you had a lovely time. As always, until I see you next, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And keep it cute. Bye, lovely folks.